Hi guys, Enda here from TrendSpotter, and Happy New Year, and what a great start to the new year. Green for today, up $1,095 on two moves, one from Netflix, one from Tesla. Let's dive right in. So, we had we've the usual open, we've Tesla, Netflix, Roku, and DGAS was the one I swapped out for Nvidia, because Nvidia kind of making some moves. DGAS today, I was hoping to get the massive spike on the 10:30 natural gas report, but we'll get into that later. So if you're wondering, these are the stocks I kind of watch here, my watch list. So as you can see here, Tesla, Roku, Netflix, DGAS, and then UGAS for the opposite. Sometimes SRPT, Ulta, Shop, Cost. Shop is the dangerous one I keep talking about, and BA as well. Okay, so let's dive right in. First trade was Netflix. The reason I chose Netflix first, okay, let's have a look at Tesla and Netflix together here, okay. So as you can see with Tesla, it does, okay, so Tesla kind of does this once every other week, where it just kind of chops around, can't get in, no entry, it's just no arrows together. And even if they were together, I know the system will prevent you from getting in. When I see these, what's that? That's a $3 candle, and that's a $2, $1.50 kind of $2. When I see these, I'm really nervous about taking those trades, because if you get in and it goes against you at all, like it's 50-50 at that stage, if it can go against you a little bit. But if the range is over $1, that's well outside my comfort zone. I mean, max $1, 60 cent, I'm getting uncomfortable. You know, I like to stay under 50 cent when the stock pulls against me. But if a candle goes against you, like if you get in here, and it goes down, you're going to get stopped out, and the trade can still happen. But so Tesla just sometimes does this mad stuff out of the gate. Some stocks, probably other stocks do it, but definitely Tesla. So I said, right, I'm leaving Tesla alone. I'm going to let it pick a direction. And then what happened almost immediately anyways was you had Netflix. So Netflix, there's your pre-market 9:30, 9:31. So there's the change. And I got in here, nice and handy. So there you go. There was the entry, two arrows together, green trend meter, up we go. So that's handy. That was an easy one. That was my $520 one. Yeah, that's it. There, right? So that was just straight up. And I didn't bother. I stopped out in here roughly around there, because I have my own risk management. I don't rely on meters or anything else to tell me when to get out of a trade. I know some people do trailing stops and rely on different EMAs and stuff to get out. I just take the money I want and I go, okay, and that's enough for me. I'm not greedy, and I have a much higher hit rate as a result. So that was the first move, and as a result of that move, which you can see here, then this move happened. Now this, guys, I'm going to warn you, and when you sign up, and anyone that saw this today that was in Tesla, this is a warning about this system, and about Tesla especially. These candles, look at it here. The first one, okay, 424 up to 427. Hate those candles, unless you're in it, but like, who is, right? And then you have 426.50 down to 423. Hate those candles. And one thing I hate about them is that it kind of throws off the system a tiny bit, because what it is it's a huge pull down or move, and then it has to pull back. It is almost always going to pull back, right? But technically the system doesn't recognize it like that. The system just sees that it's down. It doesn't have AI to say, okay, that was a huge move, you know, we're going to pull back and get in on a pullback here in the EMAs. But what I did was I saw that, and so I was going to enter right here at 423.69, and I hesitated, even though the system was telling me to, okay? And even though it did go down, so the system wasn't wrong, but you know, the pullback can be a nightmare. So I hesitated and got in about 27, where is it? There. Anyways, here, roughly there. And the pullback on that was 96 cents. Now, why would you stay in? So again, you have to have your risk management, you have to have your reasons. Why do you stay in a stock, and what are you looking for? So let's get rid of this for a second. Okay. So because I got in, if I had gotten in lower, I would have had to sat through over $1, but 500 shares is a $500 loss, okay, and who wants that, okay, and I was already up, and when I got in, then I was questioning my sanity, because I was like, I'm after making $520, now I'm going to lose it all, what have I done, you know, and so here it was moving down, and I was like, okay, that's great, good, and then it started going against me, but it painted, the arrows were still painted, this was the candle that freaked me out. And so, and there was no real wick on it. It just went up and up and up. And I was like, okay, if it breaks the EMAs here, because obviously the Psar is too far away. If this opened here and went slightly higher, like that, even, I mean now just over it, I wouldn't wait for it to close over the EMAs because I'm so far down at this stage. If I was only down 20 cents at this stage, I would have like been way up here for the stop loss. But it just did exactly what I wanted it to do. It came down, and then I was just sitting through this, and I was still losing, and I stopped out. And I got my profit on that, which was 575. Let's have a look at another trade here on Tesla, and we'll go back to Netflix now in a minute, actually. So there's a long position coming in on Tesla, and as you can see, guys, this is TrendSpotter in action. Now, this wasn't a huge move, okay? It was only a $1.15 move, but you tell me if you can work at $1.15 move with your share size, however many shares you're pulling in, even if you're only putting in 100 shares or 200 shares, you know, that's $200 or so on, okay? And again, look at that, it never went against you. So you're never sitting in the red on that one. So that's an amazing way to have a trade work for you. And again, another move on Tesla. And here we go. Over here, trend meter. And we are here, entry, okay? Now, okay, so immediately that trade just went straight down. Okay, so that was a $1.35 move in that one candle. So that they're rare trades. I wasn't in that trade. I had my money made. I wanted to take my 1,095 and hit the road. Okay, but if you're the kind of guy that wants to keep trading, you would have made another dollar here. And in this trade, there are those trades, those unicorn trades where you just get in and it goes straight down $1.36. What an amazing trade! But it kept going down if you were in it, but you had to sit through this. So whatever, that's a 25-cent pullback on a $1.79 move. Okay, so the risk reward there is 7.16 to 1. Okay, you work it out, guys. That's the math done for you. It's an easy one. Okay, and that's Tesla. There's TrendSpotter pulling in all the moves. So let's go to Netflix, and here was Netflix with the second move. Okay. So, short position. So the long, you took the long, and then it's blah, blah, blah. You're waiting for this. Look at the green, 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 red. Okay, so here we go. Right in here, there. And did it pull against you? Yeah, pulled against you, 13, 14 cent. Okay, probably higher because of spread, and your broker might be different to my broker. And that was a $2.43 move, 17.36 to 1. There's your ratio on it, okay? What an unbelievable move. Simple move all the way down. Now, again, you could have stopped out back here, you know, and then, you know, cancel or close your position here. It's up to you. I'm showing you the size of the move. You take your move inside it, okay? And Netflix, considering doing something there. I don't like this now because Psars are changing a lot. That means there's no real direction on it. So, you know, like I said, I have my money made. Okay, so let's move on to Roku, and then we'll do a quick one on DGAS, and then we're done. So Roku, yeah, started off the same as Tesla. This crack. So I didn't like this. Plus, it was red from pre-market. So look at this, kind of chopping sideways. I was listening to other guys in chat rooms, and they were losing on Roku. And I was like, okay, all right. Again, I didn't take this because I had my money made. But if you were to take it, you would have went in here, right in here, and you're pretty much, I'd call that a losing trade. 57 up, 23 down. Okay, so terrible enough, I suppose, on the trade, but it depends on what you want to do. But don't forget your spread on that would be about probably 20 cent or something like that on Roku. Okay, so you get out of that break even or even there. If you go back in, okay, if you weren't offended by, you know, not making a load of money, there's your confirmation and there's your entry. And here's what Roku gave you a minute later. So look at that. $2.10 never went against you. You hear me say this all the time, guys. It never went against you, okay? It never went against you. As soon as you got into that, you were in the green and you stayed in the green. That's an amazing way to be. You try that without TrendSpotter and it's much more difficult, okay? So you have to kind of realize how good this is for this kind of thing. So $2.10 win on that, and it hit my trend lines as well. So when I saw that, now this is nothing to do with TrendSpotter. This is my technical analysis. I have a trend line in there because it was a major point of buying at some stage or back whenever I put it in. So you can see it bounce, bounce, bounce and head off again. So that's fine. Now, really quickly, we'll wrap this up. DGAS, normally I like DGAS to do something like any other stock and then pull back and then we get in, right? And not pull back, reverse, you know, the background change color. And so when DGAS didn't do anything and I'd already my money made, I was like, that's fine. And then I was waiting for this big famous Thursday morning 10:30 hoolie that I hear so much about, the natural gas report. Nothing happened. So obviously nothing unusual happened in it. Maybe it happened 2 minutes earlier, but I've watched this over a lot of Thursdays and it always kind of reacts to it. So I was expecting some major, I had this on the 1 minute and the 15-second chart as well, expecting some major reversal and nothing happened. So it just seems to be going up and up. So look, we'll probably get it tomorrow. No big deal. So guys, that's basically it. Why wouldn't you want to have TrendSpotter installed on your Tradingview indicators? It's a really, really great indicator. I totally believe in it. I trade it. Many people are using it now. It's catching on. See for yourself. It can't lie. It paints the candles. It's really that simple. As always, guys, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more info, and if you require a trial of TrendSpotter, click on the link in the description. Talk to you in the next one.